Hey, welcome to the 10-Minute Daily Reality Check. Wow. You know, when I find great guests, I like to have them on for quite a number of days. Why? Because I'm teasing the shit out of your stimulated mind with only 10 minutes. Every single day you email me and go, give me more. But that's the greatest thing about everything. And that's how you have to learn how to tease each other when dating and relationships and everything else. Because life is a constant mind stimulation. And I am a stimulation junkie. Oh my God, I love being stimulated. I need the stimulation. I have to have the stimulation. If I don't have it, I can't have sex without stimulation. And I'm not talking about physical stimulation. I'm talking about emotional stimulation. Emotionally stimulate me, take me down a fucking roundabout path, stimulate my mind, and 3 weeks later we are going to have this amazing relationship because we have no idea how it started, but we've been constantly stimulating one another. So how do you figure that out? Well, that's really great because there's a balance between masculine and feminine, which we're going to talk about. And we're going to go deep dive today, like an emotional deep dive. I might cry. Okay? There might be a moment. Yes, there might be a moment that you've never seen come out of me before. I swear to you, I am really ready. I am going to give my heart over right now. Okay, take a deep breath. I'm looking at my notes. Okay, it says here, leave your heart. Okay, I'm reading it right now. I swear to God, no, I'm being in the moment. Britt and Tara is back in the house, literally in the house, and we are going to go do a deep dive right now into what?
Well, do you want to go into your chart?
I do, I think. Well, can I tell you what happened first? When I had a chart done when I was 18 years old, my mother sent me to this freaky guy in Manhattan. I lived in Scarsdale, New York. My mother said, here's some train fare. This is your birthday present. Go to the Upper West Side. Now, the Upper West Side in those days wasn't exactly a utopian playground. It was more filled with kind of crazy people, drug addicts, and other things. I went up to this stranger's apartment and had a 3-hour reading in a dark room. This is how my mother decided to have me celebrate my birthday. You know, most people protect their kids, especially all the helicopter moms today that go, oh no, little Johnny, you fell. Let me go and pick you up because you're going to become very feminine when you get older. I mean, the kids nowadays, holy shit, they are fucking feminine. I don't know what a boy is and a girl is. My daughter likes this boy who's got long hair and acts like a girl. I mean, it's like, I don't even know. Sometimes I call boys girls and girls boys because it's all a bunch of she-males and he-males running around. So please deep dive me right now. Go on. You can go. Are we tangenting right now?
Well, I think that what's interesting is that we are seeing this, the rise of the feminine back on planet Earth. And so that's confusing for a lot of men and for women because it's rising a lot in men. So you'll see a lot of men who are acting a little bit more out of their feminine side because they're not sure how to totally balance it, but it's also becoming balanced and they're more intuitive and they're really more comfortable acting that way. They're emotionally attached and in tune with themselves and comfortable expressing that. And girls are balancing out, their women are balancing out all of their feminine energy and their masculine energy is rising a bit too. So, but it's actually balancing out the women more than anything because we've been suppressed so much. With our feminine energy has been so suppressed on the planet because it's really mostly been about masculinity and having to be that and battling masculine with masculine. And it's really a balance. The balance is really, again, with the polarity, like having this whole earth that is all about driven by masculinity. And it's like, you have to go get everything. That's not... And feminists who are trying to, combat that with the exact opposite, just on the exact other side.
Oh, the feminists drive me nuts.
It's like
take your penis off, please. Okay,
it doesn't work that way. It doesn't
Nope.
work. You can't. I mean, you're fighting fire with fire. So you can't do that, and there's a balance that's happening again. So it's my Libra that comes in.
I love the Libra.
Yeah. Balance all this shit.
Libra, let me tell you, when I was growing up, Libra was one of the approved signs that my mother gave. My mother was a big astrology fan, right? Okay. And it was one of my approved signs. My mother warned me of Geminis. And of course,
so much Gemini
I have so much Gemini in my chart. So my mother says, stay away from Gemini. So every really sour relationship I've ever had have been with a Gemini. But of course, being the radical, person that I am and going against the grain, I had to continually be with Geminis nonstop. There was this period of time where I would meet a girl and my friend Brett would say to me, I would tell him, I met somebody, it would be a daily basis. He goes, let me guess, a Gemini. Fuck, how did you know every day for 2 years? It was Geminis. June 3rd were 3 people I dated from the same birthday. I had to figure to get the birthday right. I had so many Geminis in my life.
So
I run. Now when I see Gemini women, I literally flag down an Uber, and I'm not somebody who's an Uber guy. I'm more of my own driver, right? So what is my chart? Because
your moon and your Mercury are both in Gemini, which is why you like to be completely stimulated. Geminis need that. They're an air sign. And so Libras are also an air sign. So it's, good for you. You probably do get along with Libras because your moon is all about how you're emotionally dealing with the world. And your Mercury is all about how you communicate with the world. So your mind is really, and emotionally and in your mind, you need to be stimulated for anything to work. All of my Gemini friends need to chat and talk, and they love tangents, and they'll talk about everything. And they'll ask 100 questions, and you're sitting there going, can we not do this right now? This is insane. Like, you need a lot of information from me, and it's uncomfortable, but that's an air sign, and they want to stimulate your brain. But you also have a lot of fire in you too. Which is, fire and air feed off of each other. So fire is about drive, and it's creativity, it's passion, it's all of that. And your Venus is in Leo, which is you're attracting, Leo is ruled by the sun, so you're attracting all of this. And actually, it's in the 5th house. So this is what's interesting. You are attracting, the 5th house is all about like creativity and lots of casual lovers. So what you're attracting is, and it's very fiery, and it's all about you, basically, in this 5th house of all these lovers. So like we said off mic, you've probably throughout your life gone through a lot of people. And this is how you're learning. This is how you're learning about love.
I love all my experiences, and it's funny, and I'm very open about it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm dating somebody, and they will say to me, well, you seem to have had a lot of experience. And I look at them, I go, no, that's your wording. I have had a lot of experience. And it's great, because all this experience had led me to you. Whether you can handle that experience is something you need to answer yourself, because I'm here going to be, that's why I'm so open, that's why I'm honest, that's why I'm vulnerable. All those good things I've learned through all the lovers and all the relationships I've had, so now I can get to that incredible place with somebody who I'm looking to build a much greater connection with, because I don't need the variety anymore. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like giving up gluten, It's like, it's kind of inflammatory to have that many people, to hang around.
But if you think about it, like Leo's this like in this house of like casual lovers, and it's this, lion. It's like the king of as the king, you're attracting just all of these people to you. And really, it's a loyal and creative sign, but also if you're using it unskilled, it can be really selfish and, self-serving, because it is all about the self, but it also can be extremely loyal. So if you have a relationship where all of a sudden the trust is broken for you, you just can't even deal anymore.
Oh yeah, once the trust, I'm a warner. And once that trust is broken, I catch somebody in a lie, because I believe lies are things that you need to remember. So I don't lie because I don't need to remember anything.
That's
right?
true. Yep.
So I will catch somebody in a lie, and I will literally tell them, you fucking lied.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
Friendship's done. Relationship is done. It's done. I don't need to deal with this, because it's not. Life is about being joyful and fun and experiencing, and liars tend to always be liars.
Yep.
What else is lingering in there? Because I'm not crying yet. It takes a lot
we
to
need
get
to
me
make
to
him cry.
Collateral Beauty made me cry. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, Will Smith, 6-year-old kid, dies, and he goes into this whole journey about love and anger and sadness, and it's a beautiful movie. I was on an airplane. Airplanes make me cry. I get up there on the plane, and there's nobody up there, and I'm guessing I'm 25 to 30,000 feet closer to whatever the hell is hanging out up in the clouds, and I get all emotional. Okay, you look like you see something. Okay, before I go off on that tangent.
I love that you have Jupiter in the 12th house in Pisces. So Pisces is so let's start with the house. The 12th house is really about hidden meanings. It's the hidden house. It's where your secrets live. It's where transformation happens. It's the link to the other side. It's about the occult and mysticism and interest in that. And so when you have Jupiter there, Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. So anything that happens in this house related to anything that you're doing, so spirituality for you, any planet actually in the 12th house will mean that you have a better ability to connect with the other side easier. And I know that you talk about being very intuitive, and so this planet is helping with that. But also anything related to spirituality for you is just Jupiter is going to like put a magnifying glass on it and just expand it. So it's going to be this interest for you that just like expands and grows. And anything that if you use that planet and that energy with like work, or I know this is probably why this is so exciting for you too, is like it's really expanding everything in your world. I don't think there's going to be anything actually in here that's going to make you cry.
Sam, I was getting close to that. I was getting close to Jupiter just now, and I was thinking to myself, because I go to hotel rooms, and I was telling you all this. When I'm in a hotel room, I can feel all the energy that was once there before.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can lay in bed and I can know. I've switched rooms. I've literally gone and switched rooms. I remember I was in Paris. I made them switch a room. And I went down to the front desk and I go, English? And they go, yes. I go, I'm not sleeping in that room another night, because all I heard were people talking to me in French all night long, and I don't fucking speak French. And I was up all night long. So I looked at this woman. I said, we have two options here. You get me the fuck out of this room, or I go mad hanging out in this room, because I'm going to learn French from these ghosts. And she looks at me, she goes, oh, you're in room 311. Oh my God, a lot of people, intuitives, have said that about this room. I'll give you a much better room. I mean, it was really interesting all night long. Yeah, so I feel and see things very differently. Yes. I'm very emotional. That Pisces emotional basis is really, it's a fascinating thing. I could feel people, especially if I can connect with somebody and I meet somebody I want to connect with, I'm just like, give me this.
And the Pisces thing, the Pisces in the 12th, ruling the 12th house in your chart is one of the most intuitive signs. So having that whole little chunk right there is really interesting to me. It's really, really intuitive. And you have your sun in Cancer, which is also a very intuitive sign. So you're going to be like, your abilities are going to be heightened, especially if you focus on them and grow them, because Jupiter's in there helping you grow them, like helping you expand, helping you go deeper, helping anything that you use this energy with, it will just expand.
This is fascinating. So you can do readings for people, right?
I can.
And help them understand their feminine and masculine too. I mean, it's just because there's a lot of people that I don't think understand themselves, because like all this makes sense to me, and I think it's because I've been studying this for a long, long time, and I believe that. And especially when it comes down to attracting the masculine and feminine, because there are, as we talked about this in the beginning, the rise of the femme man. You know, I think and on that show, Billions is so great because this character, Taylor, is a adronymous Taylor. You don't know if she's a man or a woman. She's a girl, right? But she acts like a man and everything else. And that's really what the rise has been, because we have walking around in today's society masculine women, feminine men, but they're not really. A masculine woman is still feminine, and a feminine man is still masculine. But it almost feels like Michael Jackson is ruling the world out there. Yeah, the sexuality is not there. So how, using this knowledge, right, that you can provide, how can people really step back into their true selves?
Well, we really work with meditation to just find that neutrality. So it's all about finding that neutral space, because we all need masculine and feminine energy to successfully manifest what we want in our lives, and to really live in the high vibrational energy of positive things, and to create that world around us that we want. Because if we don't have the masculine, then our subconscious will never be like penetrated. So just like men and masculine energy is really like strong, that's what we need to pierce.
Sex is penetration.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so that's what it all comes back to. Yeah.
That's a big thing.
And that's how life is created. And so that's what it all comes back to, is having that masculine paired with that feminine and finding that neutral ground so that you're able to work with your own energy. And that's just the best place to be. So that's what we strive to find through our meditation. And
I like that. I like that. Do you remember Barbies?
Yeah.
And G.I. Joes? And all that? Do you know, nowadays, if you think about it, the men walk around like G.I. Joes. They have the beard, they've got the tattoos, right? They dress, like a lumberjack, right? But the fact of the matter is, I don't think they have a penis anymore. I think they just have a bump. Just remember, or a mound. They had the G.I. Joe mound and the Barbie mound, right? Because women need that penetration from the masculine in order to feel feminine, and men need to be that strong. And I think a lot of men need to step into their masculinity again. So you were going to add something to that before we go on another tangent.
Because if you look at the Lover's card and the tarot deck,
I just did tarot last week.
You did?
Santa Barbara. It was cool.
Cool. Yeah. So the Lover's card and the tarot deck you'll see in the traditional tarot, the masculine, the man is looking at, so it's a man and a woman. And they're looking, there's also an angel, a divine being.
Source creator.
Yeah, up top. So the man is looking at the woman, and the woman is looking towards source. And that's masculine and feminine balance. So the man looks to penetrate, masculine looks to penetrate feminine energy to feel connected to the divine. The woman is the divine. She embodies that. So she needs that masculine energy to penetrate her, so she is complete, but he needs that feminine to be complete as well. Mm-hmm. So it's this cycle of penetration is actually a natural thing. So when men want to give us things and they want to give to us, that's actually their way of trying to connect with the divine. So a lot of women these days have gone, I can take care of myself, I'm super independent, which we can, right? But accepting that from your partner is how you balance the energy, and that's how they feel appreciated and they feel connected to the divine.
It's funny, I've always been the Lone Ranger. Mm-hmm. And I've always looked at myself as a wolf. Mm-hmm. A wolf. What is a wolf? I'm an alpha wolf. What does an alpha wolf do? An alpha wolf goes from town to town, experience to experience, goes and breeds, right? Takes care of the family, then goes and finds another town and just keeps moving and moving and moving because he's the leader of the pack, right? As I've gotten older, I've realized I want to protect more. Because the feminine is actually my muse, right?
Exactly.
The feminine power. See, I have the right feminine energy in my life. I'm going to sit around and we're going to create fucking magic. I'm going to write 14 books in a year. We're going to have incredible sex. We're going to have an incredible connection. There's going to be the protection. And that, I think, when it comes down to really understanding the masculinity, and that's where I think a lot of guys don't get it. They're not. Step into your true masculine powers to protect and honor the female. Yes. She may not need you to pay her bills anymore, but Jesus, she really needs you to protect her emotions. And that's where the masculine and feminine thing is. Safety is in numbers.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people get that confused with the ego. And, that masculine energy can become attached to the ego and bring that in. And that's where, a lot of times we can get disconnected from our soul. So like you were saying about how can they find their true self, it's about connecting back to your soul and your purpose and who you are without that ego, but connecting to the masculine energy and the soul together, and then balancing that out.
You know what? We're way over time. Can we do one more? Let's have you back on. And let's finding your soul's purpose. Mm-hmm, because I think that's a really good conversation, because I think a lot of people are walking around now like zombies, and they're allowing their soul to be invaded by messaging from too many people, and I don't think people are living their purpose anymore.
I have something for this, so let's talk about it.
Oh, I love this topic.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this next before we go, because we're about to go off on a journey. And we have been on journeys before. The second we actually met in the hallway, we started a journey. Because when you have like minds together, and that's what the Celestine Prophecy book is all about. Read it.
Awesome.
You recognize another like soul, and you go, hi, I've been looking for you for a long, long fucking time. Give me your hand. We're about to go on a soul journey together. We don't know how long it's going to last for, but we're going to go on this soul journey. And that's what we're all looking for in love, too, is a soul journey that lasts a long, long time. It's kind of like a really good frozen Snicker bar. Remember those? It's like, every bite is great. You just want another one afterwards. Anyway, they are going to be back. Tell them, everybody who's listening, how they can find you. Because I know how I found you, so let's see how they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find us at highvibelivin.com, and we're super active on Instagram at High Vibe Livin and on YouTube at High Vibe Livin TV.
Perfect. And this was all, by the way, an energy thing, because I rarely look at my Instagram people. Oh. And then I saw something you posted. It was just this really cute little yoga thing on the beach. And I was just like, and I was looking at it, and I don't ever listen. There's no volume on my phone whatsoever. I'm Mr. Vibrational guy, right? Because I think it's much cooler to hear this bzz, bzz, bzz noise, right? It just shows, I'm secure. I don't need to have a fucking Pavlovian bell ding me and make me salivate because it's you, right? But I saw your thing, and I was like, they look fun. And that's what I want.
Thank you.
Okay, so anyway, we're coming back with the next episode, 10-minute daily reality check, self-help that doesn't suck. See you tomorrow.